Hi, welcome back. Got a couple interesting comments I wanted to respond today. You inspired me. Thank you, Kara. Why do bad, in air quotes, toxic, manipulative, narcissistic, avoidant, personality disordered people keep showing up in my life? And from experience as well as wisdom, I can tell you they're teaching you something about yourself that needs to heal, and they're giving you an opportunity to gain wisdom and insight to heal exactly that part of you. They are your lesson. As someone who engaged in more avoidant and narcissistic relationships than I'd ever cared to admit to, that was part of my healing. That was part of my journey. And when I learned to separate, why is this happening for me instead of why is this happening to me, it changed everything, because it was never about that other person. It was always about you. So if you're, for example, you're an overgiver, you're an oversharer, you're an empath, like a true empath who wants to heal, right? And bring that healing into relationships. There is no coincidence that you're going to attract avoidant and narcissistic partners who are emotionally unavailable. It's happening for you. Will you continue to pour out over and over and over again to allow earning that self-love, which is never going to happen? Or do you realize that that's my wound? I need to heal that. And once I do, I will never tolerate the from that again. That's the lesson. For example, narcissists, they want their function, okay, if we're talking just functionality, is to make you question yourself, to make you question your intuition, to make you question your reality, and to make you decide who you are. Do you surrender to that partner, to that person, to that family member who's narcissistic and wants to strip you down into your smallest little form? Or can you see it as, I can't wrap my head around why someone could be so cruel. I will never understand it. And maybe that was the lesson in the first place. You don't operate on that frequency. No, you can never understand why someone would want to harm you in that way. That's not the lesson. It's not understanding and figuring out them. The lesson is, why am I tolerating it? Why am I allowing it, and why can I not walk away? Because the wounded part of you, that part that just says, like, if I work hard enough, I can fix it, I can do it, I can get that love, is so fueled by that they can't recognize it's not even love in the first place, because love would never do that to you. Love would never do that to you. That's your first lesson in real love. Self-love. Self-love. I am inviting in, entertaining, energetically providing more than there is even within me to someone who doesn't know how to love truly at their core. I mean, if they're narcissistic, they can't go there. They can't. And can I walk away? Can I love myself more than I love the fantasy or the story or the illusion? And if the answer is yes, I promise you this, I promise, that once you get away from it and you have clarity, and I mean real clarity, it's like a drug. It is an addiction to be connected to that narcissist who will withhold love, then bring it forward and love bomb you, then withhold it again. And one thing I learned in the last several years is that oftentimes they will be secretive intentionally to dysregulate you. Look back on that in your more toxic relationships, right? Did they always want to keep you guessing? Did they always want to keep you wondering, is this real? Is that real? Is this? That's all part of the game. It's all part of the game. A game you didn't even know that you were playing. Because in your authentic heart, you can't imagine that people would operate and show up this way. And I'm sad to tell you, unfortunately, they do. But the second you're engaged with, and I don't care who it is, I don't care if it's a friend, a family member, a lover, a husband, a child, it doesn't matter. The second you realize that you're a pawn in a game, it's time for checkmate and check out. Check out. I hope this little message inspires you to think about or take inventory of who and what in your life is there simply to rob you of your peace and your joy and your sense of self. You're not crazy. They might make you act crazy, make you think you're crazy, but that's all by design. You have every opportunity, as hard as it is, to walk away. And once you do, you are so, again, it doesn't happen overnight, but once you do, you are so solid in your own inner foundation that no one's going to take that from you again. Not if you don't let them. Thanks for listening. Couch on Fire with Erica. Talk to you soon.